Hi there, welcome to Panenka Press, the channel where we talk all things football, from game analysis, team news, player discussions, the works. Okay, so quick intro. I'm Ingrid and I'm a football fan who loves watching the game and discussing it, and who actually thought it would be a great idea to share her opinion with strangers on the internet. I guess I'm just trying something new, trying to step out of my comfort zone. So yeah, let's get into it. Since it's the international break right now, I thought that why don't we discuss the transfer window? The summer transfer window has ended. There's quite a lot to discuss. Some teams were very active during this transfer window, just signing players left, right and center. And yes, I am talking about Liverpool. And there was a few surprise signings, others were quite obvious, and a lot of deadline day drama. And yes, I am talking about the Mark Guehi situation, and that's what we're going to get into now. So what really happened there? So let's start from the beginning. For months now, it's been rumored that Liverpool wanted to sign Mark Guehi, possibly as a replacement for Konate, because there were rumors that Madrid was interested in him, and yeah, that he's leaving. But unfortunately, the deal didn't go through. So what really happened? So according to the media now, they did find a replacement for Guehi, or identified a replacement. So Crystal Palace identified Brighton's Igor Julio as the new centre-back should Guehi leave. Julio was at Palace, did the medical, passed the medical, all documents were exchanged. But then the deal collapsed. And then West Ham came, pulled off a late hijacking, and signed Julio on a season-long loan. Meanwhile, over at Liverpool, Guehi did his medical, all documents were exchanged, and then the deal collapsed. So Liverpool didn't get the centre-back they wanted. I don't think they're very sad about it. Might be, but looking at their team, yeah, they can wait another season to sign him. So now what really happened? What caused the deals not to go through? There is a lot of speculation about what could be the reason. But rumor has it, and this is what stood out for me, rumor has it that Crystal Palace's coach Oliver Glasner threatened to leave if they didn't sign a top replacement for Guehi. So clearly, if that's the truth, then clearly he was not satisfied with Igor Julio being the replacement for Mark Guehi. And you know what? I hate to admit it, but I kind of agree with him. I mean, Mark Guehi is a fantastic player. He was very instrumental in the win in the FA Cup. He's been fantastic for Crystal Palace. Now even the start of the season has been amazing. So I do understand that maybe if you look at the two players and you compare them, Julio wouldn't be at on the same level as Guehi, so there would be a void. You know, they would feel his absence. And also with Eze going to Arsenal, that's a huge loss. That's a huge loss. So I understand where he's coming from, the coach, but also Mark Guehi not getting his dream move to a big club, and the coach being the reason for that. That's a difficult situation, because put yourself in Guehi's shoes, right? You didn't get the move you wanted because of the coach threatening to leave, threatening to resign. So you didn't get the move. And then now at Palace, watching Liverpool possibly going all the way, winning the Premier League. They might even go all the way in the Champions League and win it. So he would be very, very disappointed if Liverpool were to win any any silverware this season. I just know that he'll be very disappointed that he didn't get his dream move to a big club. But you know, one thing that really stood out for me, it's the way he carries himself in all this chaos. But all that happened, he remained professional. He did not release a statement to the media. He didn't write on Instagram, cryptic message or throwing shade at the club, or like some players do. He didn't. He remained professional. He didn't say anything. He played for Palace. Those 3 games, he gave it his all. And, he scored. He scored last week. And it would have been like the best farewell if everyone thought it was like, okay, this is the goodbye. It was the perfect send-off. And then, boom. That happened. He's still at Palace. So it makes me think now, moving forward, what's going to happen? I mean, if the coach is responsible for the deal collapsing, then what is the relationship going to be like between player and coach, and even club and player? How are things going to look forward? Because he needs to stay the whole season. He's still a Palace player. He's the captain of Crystal Palace. So is this still going to hang there and it's going to be an issue? Or the issue is resolved, everyone remains professional, and we just move on? I guess that's the only answer. That's the only thing you can do. But you know what's funny is that some people are of the opinion that this is actually a good thing that happened. Some fans do feel like he wouldn't have started over Konate anyways. So they feel like, okay, now at least him staying at Palace, he'll get more game time because he's a starter at Palace. They felt that if he went to Liverpool, if the deal actually happened, he signed for Liverpool, he would have been on the bench. I don't think I agree. Okay. Konate. Let's talk about Konate. It's no secret that he hasn't been in form. Not only now at the start of this season, even towards the end of last season. Konate is just 2025. Okay, Konate has not been playing well. Okay, so for me for people to just say, oh no, Guehi would have been benched and Konate would start every game. No, I strongly disagree. I don't think Konate Guehi would have gotten 15 minutes playtime, 20 minutes at most. No, that wouldn't have been the case. But I guess that's open for discussion. I guess some people feel that way. Some people feel that, okay, I would pick Konate over him. Others don't agree. I'm others. I don't agree. But I am now of the opinion that I also see a positive to this, right? I see a positive because he'll be out of contract by the end of this season. He's going to be a free agent, right? And now, I know that not only Liverpool will come now, there'll be more offers. There'll be more teams looking to sign him. And we know who loves a free transfer. We know Madrid is going to come knocking. If they don't have their eyes set on Konate, because those are the rumors that we hear. I don't know how much truth is in them. I don't know if it's true that, okay, they're already in talks with Konate. They might shift their focus to Guehi. We don't know. Or they might come for both. That's what they do. And when Madrid knocks, you answer. Okay? So he'll have more options, and obviously the signing on bonus. Yeah, So that might be in store for him as well. So I guess that's the positives. But for me, the question that I have is, why did Liverpool wait so long? Why? Even before the transfer window opened, we've heard the rumors that, okay, they want to sign Guehi. Why wait until deadline day? Anyways, we don't know why they left it until so late to try to sign him, but he'll have to wait until the end of the season, because I doubt that he'll force a move in January. Talking about forcing a move, some people felt that he should have done that. He should have gone the Isak route and just forced the move. But I don't think he's that kind of person. And some people are also of the opinion that this is the prime example of nice guys finishing last. Might be true, you know. Might be true if he decided to actually force the move, force himself out of the club, that he might have gotten the transfer. But still, Liverpool, why did it take so long? I'm still on that. I can't get over that part. But yeah, so he didn't get his transfer, but a person who did get his transfer and was announced on deadline day was Alexander Isak. And we know the drama behind that. We know the drama. And did you guys see Newcastle's statement? Wait, I have to read this. So on their website, they released a statement. 37 words. The statement: for their departing player, arguably their best player. This is what they had to say. Newcastle United can announce the sale of striker Alexander Isak to Liverpool for a significant British record transfer fee. The Sweden international joined the Magpies from Real Sociedad in 2022 and made 109 appearances in all competitions. 37 words. That's excluding the headline, of course. The headline reads, latest: Newcastle United sell Alexander Isak for a British record fee. That is what the club had to say. Yeah. Not a lot was written, but a lot was said. Few words, but a lot was said. And this just, that relationship between club and player, there's bad blood there. And the club and the fans feel the same way. But he got his move and Liverpool fans are happy. Liverpool is not the only team that made a lot of signings though. Over in North London, there's a few new faces. And the pressure is on. Listen, this season, if Mikel Arteta doesn't win any piece of silverware, not even the FA Cup, he's gone. He's gone. And I know this is only me giving my opinion, but I know that a lot of fans feel the same way. I think the board won't be happy if they go trophyless again this season. And I know my mental health. Mentally and emotionally, I am not ready for the banter. If we should end second again. And yes, I'm a Gunner. I'm a big Arsenal fan. And I will deactivate all my social media accounts if we should end second again. Because I don't think, I won't be able to handle that. Even after all the signings. Because last season, if we look at last season, okay. I know I made a lot of excuses. as to why we didn't win the Premier League. I was just like, no, if we had a lethal striker, we need someone up front, a great striker. We need that striker. We got the striker. That's why we went for Eucharist. We got him. Arteta wanted Zubamendi. He's been on his radar for a while. We didn't get to sign him last season. I thought we were going to sign him in January. Didn't. But okay, he's here now. Is he? Yeah. The signing that got me hyped. He's here. He is back home where he belongs. So he got all the players he wanted. So there's no excuses for failing to win anything this season. No excuses at all. And yeah, I know you'll say that, but okay, the pressure should be on Liverpool actually. They made a lot of signings and the pressure is on them to win. They won. They are the reigning champs, okay? They won last season without those signings. The pressure is on us. It's on Arsenal to win something this season. And with these new signings, especially with our striker now, that we have our striker, because we identified that as an issue, right? Many will say it's just an excuse or stop making excuses, but we were playing with Merino up front. Come on. It's not even a striker. He did a great job though, playing as a striker. Let me just add that. So big ups to him for playing up front, scoring goals while doing it. But now we have the striker that we wanted. So what now? How are things gonna look now? Going into the season, and I know we've only played 3 games. We're approaching game week 4 now. So only 3 games were played. And now I want to look back at that game against Liverpool. I'm going to be objective here now. I don't think Arsenal played badly. They didn't. Because the way people were reacting afterwards, like, they came to Anfield to defend. They were playing very defensive. It didn't look like they were going for 3 points. It just looked like they were defending and wanted to play out a draw. That's what people were saying. Sometimes during the match, it did look like that. But I do think things were very even, in the beginning. Here, I think it was like the 63rd minute or something when Liverpool were really like switching the gears now, and they were looking to score. But for most of the game, things were pretty even. Both teams were very good defensively. Very good at the back. Very good. And there were positives. There were positives from that game that Arteta could take, and the Arsenal fans could witness it as well. Madueke, he impressed. He impressed. And I was also against that signing, because it was that thing of, again, we're going to Chelsea. Again, we're signing another Chelsea player. Really? And then I wasn't quite happy with the signing, because I was just like, why? But then look, Saga got hurt. He needed to step up. And he did. He did not score. Yeah, he didn't score. We lost the match. But still, he showed that he's a good player. We saw it during moments in the game. And yeah, that was a very good, like a positive thing we could take out of that game. And then on the other wing though, and that's something I want to address. Martinelli. Do I still see Martinelli having a future at the club? Being a player still after this season? No. To be honest, I don't. what is in store for him now that also with Eze's arrival? What does this mean for him? Is he going to be benched? Will Eze start and he will come out like from the bench? Or what's going to happen? That's one of the things that, okay, I'm very curious to see how Arteta will approach this. And, you know, the teams he'll be fielding every week. I'm very curious to see this. Also with Eze, because obviously he's going to play the left wing, right? Left wing position. But now as the coach Arteta, is he going to tell him that, okay, stay wide? Or is he going to be constantly like moving into more central areas during the game? Because at Palace he used to do that a lot. And we even see Saga doing that for Arsenal. So will he have the freedom to do that? Because it's a new team for him, new system, you know, new teammates, new style of play. So it's going to be different. So I'm just, curious to see how Arsenal's attack will operate now. Because if it's going to be, say, Saka, Gyökeres, and Eze, let's say a front three, right? How are they going to play together? I'm very curious to see that. It's still very early on in the season. We can't really say that, oh no, they'll flop, or Gyökeres will flop. But people were saying that. Come on, that's not going to happen. But yeah, I said I'm going to be objective. I'm not. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Talking about pressure, another coach there's a lot of pressure on since signing for that club. It's Xabi Alonso. Pressure. You are the manager at the biggest club in the world. So obviously there'll be pressure. And looking back at last season wasn't great for Madrid. They were humiliated during the El Clásicos. They didn't win domestic trophies. You know, knocked out of the Champions League by Arsenal. It just wasn't a great season. So they made a lot of new signings, new coach were brought in. So now the fans is just waiting to see the results. And they've started well. They have. 3 games in, they've won all 3. Top of the table. Still, it's game week 3. And I watched all 3 of those games. And there's quite a few things that I observed. Okay? For starters, let's start. First thing that I can say is Tchouaméni and Arda Güler, they're going to be key players in this team this season. Those boys are balling. 3 games in, I can already see that they're going to be very important players, important decision makers in that team. Okay, those 2 will be running that midfield, I'm telling you. They have very important roles. They are playing very well. They're playing good football. So I'm really, really excited to see what they'll be doing. What more we can expect from them this season. Second thing, Madrid's defense is better. That was their main issue, really, last year. So now Courtois can breathe him. That man was being put under unnecessary pressure last season so many times. It was really, as a fan, like as a neutral fan, I don't even support Madrid. I don't support them. I would watch their games and I would get so angry. Because like, why would you make a back pass there? Why would you pass back to the goalkeeper there? At that very moment, they were making so many stupid mistakes. The backline was doing that constantly, like more than once even in a game. That would happen. And that's why, obviously, they made the new signings. They brought in a lot of players, new players in the defense even. And it seems like it's working out. The defense are better. They have conceded goals, but it's way better than it was last time. Thirdly, let's talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold. So it looks like he will be playing an inverted role at Madrid as well. The same role he played at Liverpool. And that's something he's used to, being in a more attacking position, right? You'll find him in midfield, or you'll find him up front even, a lot during the match. So I was very curious to see like how Zabe is going to use him and where he's going to play, because there were rumors or talks about him actually just starting as a midfielder, totally changing positions. But he still starts as a right back. So I was very curious to see, okay, so how is he going to play? I think he has that freedom of playing in a more attacking position that he also got at Liverpool. So yeah, nothing much changed, but I am excited to see how the season will play out for him. Another thing, which is not coming as a surprise, Mbappe. Yep, scoring goals, even ones that are offside. Yeah, that offside goal last week, that would have been an assist for Trent. Yeah, great assist as well. But yeah, Mbappe scoring goals, and there's still a lot more that he will score. People are talking about 40 plus. That will be his tally for this season, but we'll see. There's high hopes for this team. Some fans weren't left impressed after the first 3 matches, but it's 3 games into the season. Come on. Man City has lost twice. Are we going to say they're going to be relegated? No. It's 3 games into the season. So we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, we'll see. But I was looking at the matches ahead. Next weekend, what we can look forward to. And I did mention Man City now. And guess what? There's a Manchester derby next weekend, and I am so excited. I'm actually hyped for it this time because Man City just lost back-to-back games. They are wounded. Yep, they are wounded. So now they are trying to get back on track, back on winning ways, and there is United. That I think that win over Burnley, they are much more confident now. So yeah, there'll be a confident United versus a wounded City. So, and you know it's always a thriller. Come on. I feel like the Manchester derby always delivers. So I can't even sit here and say like, no, I think City will win. We don't know. Because United have this weird habit of turning up when we least expect it. And also losing when we least expect it. But yeah, I'm not trying to bash them. I'm just stating the obvious, okay? Things I've observed. So there is the Manchester derby you can look forward to. And over in the Bundesliga, there's also a really nice game. Bayer Leverkusen versus Eintracht Frankfurt. So that is a big game. But the one thing that will overshadow that game a bit is the sacking of Ten Hag. Erik Ten Hag. He was fired after 2 games. Yes. The board fired him after 2 matches. Imagine. 2 games. They didn't even give him a chance. I don't know how their preseason went. Maybe they were losing during preseason or something. I don't know. I do feel like there's more to the story. And I've read that, okay, he didn't get along with any of the players. Apparently the players are very unhappy with him. I don't know. I don't know if it's the truth. I can't say that, okay, that's truth. That's true. But whatever the case may be, whatever happened, I don't think it justifies firing a coach after 2 matches. But again, I'm not the director of a club. I don't own a football club. I can't talk. Okay, I'm just a fan. Okay, I'm just speaking into a camera about what I've observed in my opinion. That's all I'm doing. So maybe it's the right decision. I don't know. Anyways, big game between Leverkusen and Frankfurt. So yeah, Leverkusen is hoping to get their first win of the season. Frankfurt started very well this season. They're unbeaten. They've scored many goals, actually. So yeah, we might see that new manager bounce, right? That's what they call it. Yeah, and Leverkusen may win against Frankfurt, or it could get really messy, and they could concede a lot. Because remember, with Bayer Leverkusen, this is not that super team under Xabi Alonso, okay? I feel like more than half of those first team players are gone. They've been sold. So that team that you see there is a new looking team there. That's not the same team that was winning and that we went unbeaten in the league. That's not the same team. So I do think that the board shouldn't have high hopes. If they maybe signed like big names, then they could tell a coach like, oh, this is not acceptable, you losing. I don't even think he lost both of the matches. I think it was like a draw and a lose, like 1 loss, 1 draw. I'm not sure. I think so. It was 1 loss, 1 draw. They're harsh. That's just harsh. I feel for Ten Hag, but... And then another game we can look forward to is Juventus versus Inter Milan. So there's a nice Italian derby to watch. So yeah, Inter would like to get back to winning ways. They suffered a shock loss against Udinese. But I feel like Serie A, there's no such thing as a shock loss. So that brings me to the end of the video. Well, not really. There is something else I want to add before we end the video, actually. So when I was planning on, okay, the type of content that I want to make, what I'll show, what I'll talk about, I also wanted to incorporate like a small part in the video, or like a mini vlog kind of thing of my experiences of attending football games. Actually going out and attending these games and doing like a mini vlog thingy that I want to incorporate in this video or in my videos as well. But yeah, I don't want to limit myself. I know we're talking about football here. It's everything football, right? But I don't want to limit myself to only going and attending football games. So yeah, it will literally be sport matches that I go to attend, sporting events or matches or anything of that sort. I'm really a homebody, so going out for me it's a rare experience. I don't like to be outside. I don't like to be outside, but I am challenging myself to do that. Because yeah, I want to share my experience of going to games and watching different sporting codes, actually, just different matches, different sports, and yeah, just wanted to share that journey with you guys as well. So this past weekend, or last weekend actually, I went to visit a friend of mine. I haven't seen her in years, so it was really nice to catch up. And yeah, we went to go watch the Western Province versus Puma's rugby game. So that was the Currie Cup game that we watched. And she's not a rugby fan, but she's a very supportive friend. Yeah, I just wanted to incorporate that as well. So I'm going to stop talking now and show you guys the fun we had at the stadium. So enjoy. Okay, so now we're really at the end of the video. So if you guys enjoyed the content, then please like and subscribe if you want to continue watching the videos. If you have a football opinion, or if you do not even agree with some of the things I said, or you just have an opinion on the points I raised, please feel free to comment. I'll try my best to engage. So yeah, until next time, bye.